It is the same night as our previous race. However, this is just race 2 out of 2 of the night. Right now it is practice / qualifying, and then we will get started for our race shortly. So we will have probably another 5 or 6 minutes or so of this session. Then our drivers will get their times, line up, and the race will begin. Last race went very well, nice and clean, no incidents. Only a couple of technical issues. Only, I believe, one DNF, and it was just a technical issue, but everything else went very smoothly for our grid. As our drivers are already going wheel to wheel, even though it is just qualifying. Great to see a competitive field for our racing here tonight. Our first race was very competitive. Our first and second gap was only like half a second. So there were great battles going all the way to the end, which we love to see. As a couple of our drivers, despite it just being qualifying, try to make it 3 wide, coming into turn 5. They all made it out, however one of them was a little bit worse for wear. I would go a little bit off the road, but they were to keep it on track for the most part, and get it around the lap. So we're gonna have a couple more minutes of qualifying. Just whoever setting their best times, that's where they will line up on the grid shortly. That, I believe, could be the end of our qualifying session. Yes, I believe it is. As that green light has gone out, our marshal is coming out with the flag, signifying to these guys to start slowing down on their in-lap from qualifying. And the checkered flag is out. So qualifying is definitely over at this point. So we'll be able to see where these guys lined up. As our drivers have begun to line up, they're on turn 13 in a mostly orderly fashion. Then we can get our race underway. So yeah, the cars that we are racing here are 4-stroke. We have both Tillisons and Hondas. They're racing on Levanto Slicks. And we have both Cosmic Kart rentals that use the Honda engines that a lot of people have also brought their own karts, most of which use the Tillison engines. If I had my glasses on, I'd be able to tell which numbers are going up in front, but I guess that we will find out in due time when they come around turn 5. So yeah, and then tomorrow night will be our rental league races. There will be 2 of them, just like our pro league. We used to have them on the same night, but we have split them up for the season, and we are seeing how that is going. Yeah, so this is our League of Legends series. That basically means anyone can show up and rent one of these carts and get out driving. However, if you haven't driven too much at this track, I would highly recommend doing our rental league first. It is a great way to step up from just showing up for arrive and drive sessions. And still, especially towards the front of the pack, is some great racing. As I am talking about the racing, our last few guys are lining up on the grid. Excuse me. And we will be able to get this race underway. Here we go. The marshal walking up alongside all of our drivers, making sure everything is A-OK for the start. And it looks like it is. No technical issues by the looks of it. And I believe that we have around 15 drivers out on track at once. All these guys going around 50 to 60 miles an hour on the main straight. So it is a fairly intense grid that we have here today. And lights out. And away our guys go. Down to turn 1, going 3-4 wide. Our pole sitter has gotten eaten up, dropping all the way down to, I believe, 5th. No, they made it back up to 3rd, and here they all come. Very interesting start. I believe that the driver who won the last race is out in front, while our pole sitter for this round dropped all the way down to 3rd. Got eaten up on lap 1. But other than that unfortunate sequence of events, for them, it has been a very clear and clean start to our race here tonight. As the driver in the lead went a little bit wide, giving a slight opportunity for the driver in second. Not enough time to get the move done, however. Still looking for a gap around the outside. Not able to make it happen as they all follow single order. Coming down to turn 5. Not able to make it happen, although our previous pole sitter is trying to make something happen on a move into second place. Not able to make it. One of our drivers down in the midfield makes it up a position in turn 6. Still battling, trying to go side by side all the way down into turn 7. And the kink of turn 8 that follows for taken and turn 6 was able to make it back up in turn 9. That is some fantastic driving by them. Our pole sitter was not able to get past the driver in second, however, gets a better exit coming out of turn 5, but it's just not enough. And the driver in second is going for a run on the driver in first, down the inside at turn 1, makes it happen just about. We will see the end result of that. Yes, they were able to make it happen. However, immediately undone. And the driver who got on pole position eats up our previous leader. Our previous leader went from leading all the way down to 3rd in just 1.5 turns. Just goes to show how truly close the racing here is tonight at Orlando Kart Center. sequence of battles playing out right in front of us. Great clean racing by everyone. Driver in that green helmet in the 408 got the move done, but was not able to keep the position from the overtaken driver down into turn 6. Got passed immediately again. That battle for the lead is still just as close. But the driver in third is looking on the inside of the driver in second, not able to make it happen. But that pace, the pace is just so similar between all three of these drivers. Will he go for a move around the outside? Looks, space quickly disappears. Our Cosmic Karts here are powered by the Hondas. Of course, they have the Levanto slicks, and they're looking rapid tonight. They looked fantastic in the first race, and they're looking almost even better in this race. As all the drivers in the top 6, 7, 8, 9, the top 9, all are driving our rental Cosmic Karts. Oh no, excuse me, our driver in fourth has their own, but other than that, mostly our rentals. Most of the owners are driving Tillisons, all the rentals are driving Hondas. As they go 3 wide going into turn 7. Looks like we may have had a brief yellow flag. I hope that everything is okay. I do not see an issue just by looking. Yellow flag looks to have been cleared up. Never mind, I think that we are A-okay. Ooh, that's the driver in the white helmet, red suit, goes wide, sparks fly, they lose a position. It's a beautiful sunset here, I must say. And a great clear weather-wise tonight. Great evening to start out our League Pro Series. Getting all these drivers the best opportunity that we can. That is our fight for the lead, I believe. Do not know where our driver... There's our driver in third and fourth. So looks like that is our pole sitter and the winner from our last race, going toe-to-toe currently for the win. Be a great battle that plays out throughout the course of this race. We will see what happens. looks as though our leading two are getting close to a back marker as contact is made on the exit of turn 5. And our driver in third position is getting all under pressure by our driver in fourth. Looks to be a pretty big gap in pace from our driver who's once fighting for the lead, now down in third, possibly going to get overtaken down into fourth, as I believe our race is entering its closing stages pretty soon. Yeah, our leading pair is getting closer and closer and closer to that back marker. They might get him on this lap. I doubt it. I think that they will get him next lap. As our driver in third seems to be trying to open up a gap to our driver in fourth. We'll see how that plays out. Looks like most of our drivers are either by themselves or in a pair. All of them are kind of dueling it out here tonight at Orlando Kart Center. Lots of great battles up and down the grid here tonight. And a dive for the lead makes it stick almost by the 708. Can our leader, once leader, get it done coming out of turn 6? No, they cannot. We have a new race leader coming down into turn 7. It is our pole sitter for this race. Oh, as someone goes completely out of whack, has a proper spin, able to get it going, keep the engine running. Great job by them. As our battle for the lead rages on with only a couple of minutes left in this race. Real quick, you see the driver in that orangish helmet far over there, followed really closely by the guy behind him. That's the fight for the win. Those two right there. Yep.
Holy cow! Come on. Fight to the finish is what it is.
Yeah. Can you read how much longer is left on the tire? I sure can't read it.
I'd say 7.
Oh, I think it's 1 then. The 7 looks kind of like a 1. The 1 kind of looks like a 7. It's silly. So that must mean that we only have a minute and a half left in our race. We will see if our previous race winner can get past our pole sitter for this race for the win. And that battle is right there, so close as ever. The leader playing it a little bit defensively, keeping it going. We'll see if our driver in fourth can make it back up into third. And how the rest of the field plays out. Lights out, white flag is out. So one more lap here at OKC for our Pro League Series. Night 1, race 2. And there's the fight for the lead. The 706 desperately looking for a way pass. But our pole sitter is putting up a fantastic defense. We'll see what happens, although that gap is looking favorable for our pole sitter and our current race leader. And the driver in fourth looks to have not been able to make it back up into third. That battle was going for a couple of laps. The driver in third ultimately just had a better pace going for them. As the top two come out of the hairpin almost side by side. Coming into turn 13, it is extremely close. However, that is the end of the race for Race 2 OKC Pro League. A couple of fantastic fights all the way up and down the grid, and a great fight for the lead between these two drivers here. The driver in the orange helmet looks to have beaten out the 706. That is the 708, and that I believe is our race winner. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Hope that you have a great night. This was a fantastic evening of racing here at OKC, and I shall see you all for the next one.